So for everybody, you're going to have to pronounce your name because I can do it.
I'm Ija.
Ija. And Ija, you're a medical doctor in Canada, and you're an acupuncturist, and you work with energy and qigong and Reiki and stuff like that as well, right?
Yeah, and we met so serendipitously.
And you're also
we did
a
meet
29 degree Virgo, Grandmaster Virgo.
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to see you again.
Well, nice to meet you guys, and I look forward to meeting you in person. I've been sharing this with everyone. It's such a game changer in so many ways. I won't share too much more. I'm on day 23 today of the 28-day reset. I just had actually one question I was curious about because I hadn't heard anything about it yet in your talks and classes, was on surgical scars. Do you have any specific?
Yeah, so surgical scars, imagine if you cut a shirt, right? And then you sewed it back together. It's never going to hang the same. So there's two parts. When we're mediating a scar, we go right to the scar and we pull directly longitudinal and then lateral. But that's not enough. In order to get it, what I do is I pull it, but then I move the body. And by moving the body, it moves the layers of fascia around it. But what I found is that, especially around the area, is that there's a lot of dehydration of the fascial tissue because we see the fascia in layers. And so we cut into it, the layers don't open up. So when I do this and I move like this, what I'll do is I'll start to feel opening here, opening here, opening here. And just generally, it's going slow, moving it. And what I found is almost all the scars in my body are gone that I've had. And I've had a good number of them. And because if you think about this, every cell in the body replaces itself every 7 years. And some of them in months and days, and some of them in weeks. But I could never figure this out. What is it? The new cell comes in and says, what is it? It says to the old cell, hey, what's your job? Well, I'm sitting here like a scar. Okay, I'll do the same thing. So technically, by biology standpoint, it has to be able to have the ability to transform. It just needs a reason to do so. So what we're doing is by stretching it, remediating it, we're giving it a reason. Surgical scars are one of the biggest things that we work with sports and athletes for performance, because when people have a scar, it'll actually impinge the fascia and then cause movement issues. So it's important to move the body around the scar. And sometimes if the scar is big enough, get somebody to help you. Like if it's like down the leg like that or knee, pull it up there, have somebody pull it there, move and stuff like that. Because when I pull a surgical scar, like C-section scar is one of them a lot of women have, and the old ones like hers is stem to stern. And then that's ones that are hard to get. You can pull up like this and like this, but if somebody is to hold one side of it like this and pull it over like this, then I can move with her, and that scar then remediates a lot easier.
But keep in mind, if it was a surgery, they most likely put some sort of anesthesia or chemicals or something in it. So when you stretch it, you actually release that. So if it was a heavy surgery, then just be conscious, take your time when you're releasing it, because some people overdo it a little bit. And also the chemicals and everything get released. So the less at a time is better. And
the lymph nodes around it, like sometimes in a C-section scar, you'll get the lymphs that go down in the spleen area that will actually start to activate. So make sure you're stretching around, stretching everything around.
And it can be quite emotional too,
Very
especially
emotional.
C-section for a woman.
Yeah.
A lot of emotions come up.
I actually had that happen last week.
Yeah.
The rest of the emotion came
Yeah,
out.
we got a video coming up. It's super, super powerful because we released her scar 18 months ago, and she had the emotional release a couple of days ago.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, I would use needling, but I just think what I love about yours, what you're offering to people is just to be able to empower them to be able to treat themselves. It's beautiful.
And needling is just opening it up to it's creating micro wounds so that the blood comes in. But when I stretch the layers of fascia, I'm doing the same thing. And, the least amount of insult for the most amount of gain is a practitioner's model, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to
Nice to see
hanging
you.
out with you in person.
See you soon.
Bye.